Hello, good day and welcome to my channel. Now the question we have here says find the values of x in the figures below. Actually we have three figures here, two of these figures and then this is a third figure. And we have to find the values of x in each of them. So I advise you to watch to the very end so that you can see how the values of x are obtained in each of the figure. So now let's look at the first figure that we have there. Now the first one there says that we have a triangle or a large triangle ABD, and then we have other letters C and E there. Now we're asked to find the value of x. Now for us to find this value of x, what you can see here is, let's look at these 2 points E and point C. So if you look at this point E and C, we have this line going to the circumference of the circle, and from point C, we have a line going to the circumference of the circle to form this angle 17. In the same way, from point E and C again, we also have a line coming to the circumference of the circle, and then from point C, it moves to the circumference of the circle to form this angle. So when we have lines like that come from the same points going to the circumference of the circle, they actually form angles that are in the same segment. So we say this angle 17 is in the same segment with this angle B that we have here, or angle EBC. So this will also be 17 degrees because angles in the same segment are equal. So you can see that they come from the same point E and C to form this angle here and then also form that angle there. So these two angles are equal. They are angle in the same segment. Now, if we look at this, since we already know, look at this triangle BDE. If we look at triangle BDE, you see that this line DE is extended outwards of the triangle to form this external angle here. So when you have a situation where one of the line of the triangle extends outward to form an exterior angle, then the theorem that should come to your mind is that exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. The sum of the two opposite interior angles. If you don't want to use this theorem, you can also use sum of angle in a triangle. So 17, 28 and this angle here, they are angle in a triangle. From there you can find this one, and then you now use sum of angle on a straight line to get this part. But that one is longer. Rather, it is easier to use the theorem that says that the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. So that gives us this angle here now as, let me call it angle A here. If I call this A, then I'll say angle A is equal to 17 plus 28. And that will give me the value of 45. So that means this angle here is 45 degrees. 45 degrees. This angle here is 45 degrees. Now, don't forget that this line AE is a diameter of the circle. So if you have a diameter of a circle, that diameter forms right angle in the triangle that it produces. So this diameter AE and this triangle ABE, if you check, this line is the owner of this angle that we have here. So, and what theorem is that? That angle in a semicircle is right angle. So this is a diameter that makes it a semicircle, a line that divides the circle into two. So this AE is a diameter and it produces right angle in the triangle that it forms. So this angle here is 90 degrees. Because angle in a semicircle is right angle. So this is 90 degrees. So now that we have, if we look at triangle ABE, we know this place as 90, we know this place as 45. So the full remaining place here, this full angle here, will also be 45, because 90 plus 45, and this remaining place has to be 45 as well, because sum of angle in a triangle is 180 degrees. So if one part is already 90, that means the sum of the other two parts will also be 90, so that it makes it 180. So the sum of this and this is already 90. So if this is 45, it means that this remaining place has to be 45 degrees as well. So if this full angle here is 45 degrees, then how do we now get x? We are simply going to say 45 minus 17. That will give us this part that is x. So 45 minus 17 will give us x is equal to 28 degrees. So the value of x is equal to 28 degrees from this theorem here. So this full angle is 45, this portion is 17. So this remaining place has to be 45 minus 17, which is 28. And that gives us the answer for x in this first diagram. Now let's look at the second diagram. I hope this first diagram is clear to you. If you have any question, you can ask in the comment section. Now let's look at this second diagram. If you look at this angle, this is 10 degrees. This line from center to the circumference is a radius. So this is a radius line. Then from center to circumference is also a radius line. So that tells us that this angle or this triangle OMY is an isosceles triangle, because two sides are equal already, radius and radius. So two sides are equal. So it means that the triangle is an isosceles triangle, triangle OMY. And the base angle of an isosceles triangle are equal. So if this is 10, it means that this angle here too is also 10 degrees, because the base angle of an isosceles triangle are equal. Now, don't forget that this portion of the triangle, there's a missing angle here. This angle here is supposed to be 50. There's supposed to be 50 degrees as an angle here. So if this angle here is 50 degrees, and this is also radius, don't forget this is also radius, from center to circumference is also radius. So if we have this place as 50, this place will also be 50. The full angle here will be 50. Why? Because the base angle of an isosceles triangle are equal. So this is a radius, this is a radius. So this triangle is also an isosceles triangle, this triangle here. So that means if this is 50, this side will also be 50 degrees. So now, don't forget that we already know this place as 10. So this remaining portion now will be what? 50 minus 10, because the whole angle here is 50. This portion is already 10. So this remaining part will be 50 minus 10. So that will give us this portion as 40 degrees. 50 minus 10 is 40. So this portion is 40 degrees. Now, if you look at this point now, let's use point M and also point L. Point M and point L. Now, from point M, you have a line that goes to the circumference, and you have another line from L to the circumference to form this 40 degree that we just obtained now. So you can see it from M to Y and from L to Y. It forms this angle 40 degrees that we just obtained now. Then similarly from M to the center O, and also from the same L to the center O, we now have an angle at the center there. So you agree with me that angle at center is twice angle at the circumference. So from here, we can conclude that x is equal to 2 multiplied by the angle at circumference, which is 40 degrees. And that will give us x as 80 degrees. So the value of x here, that is this angle at the center here, is 80 degrees that we just obtained now. Hope this second question is clear. So now let's look at the last question in this series. Now, if you look at this last question here, we are asked to also find angle X. This is 30 degrees. Look at this portion again from here and this point. Let's call this A, B, C, and then I call this place D. Let me call this middle E. Now, if you look at this, from this point A and B, we have a line that goes to the circumference, and from point D, we have a line that goes to the circumference at C to form angle 30. Similarly, from point A, we have a line going to B, and then from point D also, we have a line going to B to form this angle. So you will agree with me that this chord form angle 30 here, so this chord will also form angle 30 at this point. Why? Because they are angled in the same segment. And angle in the same segment are equal. So they come from the same points. This point A and D forms angle B here, and then forms angle C here from the same point A and D. So they are angled in the same segment, so they have to be equal. Now, let's look at this full line here. This is a straight line. We already have this place as 85. So you agree that sum of angle on the straight line is 180. So if this is 85, this remaining portion has to be 95. 180 minus 85 will give us 95 degrees. So this portion is 95 degrees. Now, using triangle ABD, sum of angle in a triangle is 180. So if I call this, let's call this angle B, for example. So you agree with me that B plus 30 plus 95 will be equal to 180, because sum of angle in a triangle is 180. So this is the triangle that we are looking at now. This triangle ABD. So B from there will be equal to 180. 30 goes to that side, becomes negative, minus 30. And then 90 goes to that side, becomes, 95 comes to this side, it becomes minus 95. So 180 minus 30 will give us 150. And then 150 minus 95 will give us exactly 55. So that means B is 55 degrees. So B is 55 degrees. Now that we have the value of B here, that means this angle is 55 now. I can simply write 55 here. So now that we have this angle as 55, you agree with me that looking from point A and B, this angle goes to D, this line goes to D, and this line from here goes to D to form this angle 55. Similarly, from point A and B, we have a line going to C, another line to C to form this angle. So you agree with me that this 55 and this angle should be equal because they are angled in the same segment. They are coming from the same point A and B to form angle at the circumference. So this angle will also be 55 degrees. So now, sum of angle in a triangle on a straight line is 180. So I have this place as 30. I have this place as 100. So 30 plus 100 is 130. But sum of angle on a straight line is 180. So this remaining part, to make it 180, this remaining portion has to be 180 minus 130. And that will give us 50 degrees. So that means this angle is 50, this middle angle here. So that everything has to be 180. Sum of angle on a straight line is 180. Now, finally, how do we find X? We can now come straight here and say angle X now. Using this triangle BEC. Using triangle BEC now. We can now say angle X plus 55. 55 is here. And then plus 50. The angle that we just got here now is 50. Plus 50. And then everything is 180. Because sum of angle in a triangle is 180 degrees. So I can say X plus 105. 55 plus 50 is 105, and that will give us 180. So finally, I'll say x is equal to 180 minus 105. And that will give us the final answer for x, which is x is equal to 75 degrees. 180 minus 105 will give us 75 degrees as the final answer. Hope you enjoyed this full package of circle geometry. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that I can get more detailed videos like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.